With a little luck and a little step, you and I could find ourselves in some romantic mess. With a little guts and a little pep, maybe I could finally free this weight off my chest. Just joking, just playing around, maybe. With a little hope and a little thought, maybe I can navigate my way into your heart. With the right words and the right moves, I can pull off some facade that I'm real smooth. Just joking, always playing around, maybe. Such a coward, always saying I'm joking, never unloading this weight on my chest. I make no step, I haven't got the guts to say the words and find my way to some romantic mess with you. How do I control myself? How do I fight all these feelings? Everything I want to do is everything that I should not. Is that alright? There was a flaw in my programming for me to feel such things. Electric urges I feel inside. Electric urges gonna make me die. Gonna make me die. Oh no, robot gonna die. Bonaparte, the white face, was giving orders again, and Murray put up the ringmaster stand. And like an Auguste, Murray puts the stand on his head. Of course, that's not what Bonaparte meant. So enter Claude, the mediator. Such a kiss as to Bonaparte. Geoffrey the bum just sat on the ground. The Lionel, he cried about not being asked. He liked to cry, but he didn't like to work. Bonaparte, the white face, Claude, the mediator, Marie the Auguste, Lionel the tramp, Geoffrey the bum. But what of the hobo clown? Who's payaso with the big old frown? They call him Drozo the clown. With the flower in his hat and those worn out clothes, his name is Drozo the clown. The hobo man with the painted nose, and the only smile is pointed upside down. Hey payaso falling down on the ground, we love you Drozo the clown. How did he ever come to this? The painted face and silly antics. Was he always such a bum? Hola amigos. Hola amigos, how are y'all? I'm Pedro Boy, que droga, Texan Spaniard. Welcome to Friday Night Chat. I need some water right off the bat. I'm not even singing. Drozo the clown. Yes, Jacobius, how you doing? How's it going, Jacobius? No music tonight. We're doing an art stream. So the situation. Let me tell you guys the situation right now. So here's the situation. One of my guitar strings, the G string, is a little on the fragile side. And so I'm just gonna kind of take it easy.
Just gonna take it easy on the guitar string until Wednesday, because Wednesday's the Valentine's stream. Wednesday is it's this. It's the Valentine's stream. It's the Valentine's Day special. Wednesday we're doing the Valentine's Day special. So I'm waiting till then. We're gonna try to save it and stuff until then. But yeah, we're gonna do a little art tonight. This is just showing something I did the other day. I was just doodling something goofy. It was like a werewolf. Let me switch to the art thing so you can see it better. I was doing a little like, hey, Zeus King Dark. This was some little thing I was doodling the other day. It's just a little werewolf thing. And I put crazy colors. I was trying to make it look like some crazy small town folk kind of clothes or something. I don't know. It's crazy colors. But yeah. There's this crazy little werewolf from the other day. But yeah, so we're going to do an art stream tonight. Going to try our best. Let me see. Let me get some shout outs out there for you amigos. Let me do some shout outs here. Cause we got Jacobius, the mighty Jacobius. Let me switch back to the live thing since we're not starting the art yet. The mighty Jacobius. Check out the awesome gaming, chatting, music, and swearing. Fun to be had. Jacobius. And let's see. Zeus has more than one. Let's see. Zeus, you have more than one. There's the one to your Twitter. There's the Zeus's Twitter. And then they sold stuff on Twitter? Wow. Thunder, right? But I know you said you're not updating the Behance anymore, right? But there you go. There you go, amigos. Let's see. Okay. I was a professional artist for almost 20 years. It was like about 17, close to 17 or so years. I was a professional artist. Worked mostly, I did some illustration gigs. I just want to be clear, I had a lot of friends, a lot of, people I knew, contacts who got me opportunities. It's one of those things, if you have contacts that get you opportunities, make the most of those opportunities. Just my little bit of art advice. And then you have to hustle a lot. So there's a lot of hustling. Did stuff through galleries. So it was something I did for a while. That first run came to an end in 2020 during the pandemic and stuff. And then stuff came up. And I'm trying to get a second run going in the future. I want to get back to work, But I was a professional artist for a number of years. But I did try to sell stuff on Twitter before. A few things like that. I have an Etsy shop still. I just don't have anything on it at the moment. But you just mess around. Bean. You want to talk about professional artists, by the way? You got Zeus King Dark. You got Crossing Mexican. You got two professional artists here. Two doing graphic design and illustration and all that right now. Bean doesn't just do cards and keychains. He does amazing stuff. Let me show you guys. Look at this. Bean made this action figure. El Santo, look at this. Look at this. Look how awesome this is. Let's find the art cam. Amigos. Look at this. Look how awesome this is. Check out this label. Técnicos. Check out El Santo. And And hold on. Look, Bean. Look at this. Framed. Look at this. Look at this bad boy framed. Look at this thing. That ring light's killing it. Hold on. Let's go back to the live thing. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Framed. Zeus, I'm not downplaying it, but I just want people to understand it's not always about your skill level, your abilities and stuff. Sometimes people you know can help you, and I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm actually pushing that out there for people so they learn. If you make contacts, don't, use your contacts sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Use your contacts. Contacts are good. Anyways, yeah, Bean has a bunch of cool stuff on his Etsy shop. Let's see. Should we take a tour of Bean's Etsy shop? Let's take. I know we've done one before, but we should do another one. If I can find your Etsy shop. What happened? Where's your Etsy shop, Bean? It's not on your link tree. Amigo, it's not on your link tree. I'm gonna whoop you, Bean. Making me work to find it. Oh my goodness. My goodness, sir. My goodness. My goodness. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. Check it out. Look, secondhand store on Etsy. It's etsy.com/shop/secondhand store. And look at all the stuff he's got. Look, Cien Caras, Spider-Man, Mil Máscaras, Capitan Mil Máscaras action figure, like a little chibi one. El Solitario, Captain America, Neutron, Tinieblas, Sangre Chicana, Rayo de Jalisco, El Santo Negro, Fishman. Look at this, Atlantis, Pickle Rick, Capitan Zombie Luchador, Shocker, Blue Panther, Perioth Jr., look, Chibi Santo, Ramses from that Jack Black movie, the name is escaping me, Nacho Libre, Pentagon Jr., Forza Guerrera, the father of Juventud Guerrera, Rey Mysterio Jr., Blue Demon as a chibi. And look at this. Look at the paintings. Villano. Look at this Pikachu piggy bank. El Hombre Rojo. Look at this cactus one. Look at the mushroom. Look at Hank Scorpio. The Tick. Look at these paintings. He's got so much stuff at such amazing prices, amigos. So definitely check out his store. Definitely go and dig his store. Yeah, may Zeus strike you down. No, I don't know. Check it out. Oh yeah, we gotta do check it out. You're right, cause I said to check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Nani check it out there?
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check. Ready go. Ready go. あ、間違えた。なんだっけ。なんだっけ。チケラだ。チケラじゃなかった。よし、もう一回行こう。せーの。チケラ。チケラ。もう一回。せーの。チケラ。
プレゼント。
チケラ。
Yeah. All right. So today, what are we doing today? I'll give you guys a little hint. About what we're doing today. Let's see here. I give y'all a little idea of what we're doing. we're gonna do something like this. Hold on. Macross. Some Macross. Hey, the Double B05. Hola, Double B05. No, I'm not drawing nude figures. I do not want to get kicked off of Twitch. I'm not getting kicked off Twitch doing nude figures. Lin-Min saving the world by singing was awesome, is what you mean, Zeus. It was awesome. It was proto-culture. It was proto-culture. So, okay, let me tell you what I have planned. Okay, so I'm thinking about doing potentially 2 large ones. This is a postcard size 4x6. So potentially thinking about doing 2 large ones. Okay? The SDF one, and then the Skull Leader Veritic, the one that Roy Fokker piloted, and then later Hikaru Chicho piloted. So thinking about that, and then of course the love triangle. I gotta do the love triangle. The love triangle will be trading card sized. Now I could try to do everything trading card size, but I'm just these words are difficult for someone raised by a Spanish speaking person. Fokker, wasn't that his name? Fokker. So the love triangle, okay, in Macross there's a love triangle. There's Hikaru Chicho, he's the guy. Then on one side you have Lin-Min Mei, the idol singer, and on the other side you have Misa Hayase, someone else in the military, a girl in the military. And yeah, it's a love triangle. There's a love triangle between them. Hikaru's torn between both of them. Now, I always preferred Misa. That's just me. I always preferred Misa. That's just me. Oh yeah, and look, I got my Haosu. My Haosu shirt is up. Ooh. Where's the live? Ooh, look, House. Ooh, House. The House shirt's on. So let's get started. We are going to attempt the SDF-1, which I don't know how this is gonna happen because this thing's complicated as fuck. But we're gonna try it. Gonna try it out, amigos. And talk amongst yourself. What's a good topic? What's a good topic? Robots, 80s giant robots, 80s cartoons, 80s music. What do you guys want to talk about? Y'all get a discussion going. Talk amongst yourself. I didn't think about this. Zeus or Bean, do either one of you want to come on and chat? One of you guys could come on, or both of you could come on and chat if you wanted to. I'm not against that at all. I'm not against you guys coming on. If either of you want to talk while I'm doing this stuff, let me know. Okay. Un momento. Let me set that up. We're just gonna spend most of the time just setting things up before we do anything today. Ba-ba-dum. I gotta put on the headphones so I can hear stuff. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Enter. Okay, just so you know, you won't, if you, what's it called? When I bring you in, Bean, your voice is not annoying. So Zeus or Bean, when you guys come in, just so you know, you won't hear me in the StreamYard. You won't hear me in the StreamYard. Yeah, so have the audio from the stream on. So have the audio from the stream on. Turn off the audio on the StreamYard and listen to me in the stream. Okay, let me get some invites out there. Okay, Zeus, I sent a thing to you. Oh no. Jacobius, it was just because I have podcasting history with both Crossing Mexican and Zeus. We all have podcasting history together. That's the only reason I didn't offer it to anyone else, because these are people I've done like shows with before. So that was why I was offering it to them. It was no anything like that. If you want to come in, Jacobius, so we can work that out too. Let me find this, man. I'm so slow. Okay. Yeah, I let the two people talking about nude art in. That's for sure. That's for sure. We're not doing no nude art stream. I don't want to get kicked off of what do you call it? Off of Twitch. Man, we is never getting going. Zeus, I sent it to your Twitter DM. I didn't think about your email. I apologize. I didn't think about your email. Let me see if I can get that to your email too. Okay, I sent it to your email as well, Zeus. Yeah, phallic emotes is one thing. Phallic emotes is one thing, you know. I know I keep doing the Munster thing when we're gonna do Macross. People are like, is anything gonna happen? Something will happen. But soon. Let me see. Okay, Zeus, hold on. Are you there, Zeus? Can you hear me, Zeus? Don't forget, Zeus, you have to have the audio on the what's it called? You have to have the audio on the deal. Zeus?
Hello.
Oh yeah. There you are, Zeus. Speak. Let's see if people can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, you have to have the audio on
Hello.
Yeah, you have to have the audio on
Hello.
Hold on.
Okay. How's this?
Okay, you can hear me? Can you hear me, Zeus? We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, God damn it, it's doubling.
Turn the sound off on StreamYard. Like, if you can mute StreamYard sound. Oh no, not your mic. Don't mute your mic. Keep your mic on, but mute the sound from that thing. We can't hear you now, Zeus. You gotta have your mic on. You gotta have your mic on, Zeus.
Okay,
yeah.
but how do I hear you?
Okay, so
How do I hear you? Hang on.
I'm sorry. Here, let me try something. Let me try something. Let me try something.
Oh, there.
Let me try now.
How did we do this before?
I don't remember, but you can hear me in both things now, I believe.
Well, I
Right?
turned off the
Okay, but they can hear me now. They can hear me now. They can hear me now.
right, but I can't hear that. I mean, I can't. Let's see. All right, let me see if I can.
Okay. Well, sorry.
All right, let me see if I can turn it.
We're technical difficulties. Before we get art going, we have to work out technical difficulties. But they can hear you.
I'm able to watch Twitch, and I muted it.
Okay. Are you using VC and Discord? I don't know what VC is. Oh, voice channel? No. Double BO5, I'm using StreamYard. Do you want to get on here too, Double BO5? Are you Double BO5? Do you want to like give us the play-by-play of SmackDown while we're talking? Oh, okay. Can Double BO5? Can you hear both of us?
Can everybody hear me?
I'll turn up this one a little. Let's see. Can y'all hear Zeus? Zeus, cut a promo.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Do a Juice Robinson promo. Yeah, they can hear you. They can hear.
Let me tell you something, evil. Everything's not evil. Puppies aren't evil. Rainbows aren't evil. But you're evil.
Yeah, but
You and go.
So how are you doing, Zeus? How was your day? I imagine long.
It was good. Good day. It's had like 6 designs approved this morning, so that kept me busy.
Oh dang, I can imagine.
Yeah, because we have to, after everything's been approved, then we have to get it ready to send to the printer. Take out. We have guidelines and stuff we got to take off, and some other stuff we got to add to it, and double check where the stuff on the machine is, in reference to, if it's centered or,
Right.
we have to cheat a little bit because it's the sides are 29 inches wide, so our guidelines aren't perfect. And that was one thing I figured out about 6 months ago. I was like, I keep centering things, and the shit's still, sitting a little bit more toward the back of the machine than I want it to. So, yeah. And then I got the most of the third wall got put up today.
Oh yeah, y'all. So Zeus, they've been like, for those who don't know, Zeus at his work, they've been putting up these like vinyl, decals on the walls, right?
Yeah, it's wallpaper.
Right.
It's
Okay.
printable wallpaper,
Okay.
but it's adhesive like vinyl.
Okay.
You can't even spell octopus, so you're a fail, Queen.
I can't see the chat while I'm drawing
He
this.
said he said fail on the wall, no octopus. He said no octopus. It's all right. It's fine. It's a good wall. I got one more wall. There ain't no damn.
Let's see, the thunders. Rainbows are evil. At the end of them, there are evil leprechauns. Yes. Um,
It's too late to add anything, Bean. It's all printed.
or squid. A squid.
Maybe I'll buy a squid if you paint one and put it up on the wall.
Hey, Bean did a really cool octopus giving the like a bunch of thumbs up the other day, like 8 thumbs up.
Yeah, that was weird.
Dang.
It was weird because he's like wrapped around his end of his tentacle.
Well, yeah, he's got. I mean, he was trying. Bean was logically working out like how is it going to do, a thumbs up, and the only thing you come up with, it has to wrap around each tentacle, like loop around or whatever to do it.
Well, we're just glad you drew thumbs.
What? Man. You have any Macross, aka Robotech, memories, Zeus?
Well, yeah, I mean, we loved it when it was first coming out, and our station that got it, they weren't always good about keeping things in order, and I don't know if they got all the episodes. It was just kind of a.
That would suck
Yeah,
if you
so,
saw
like-
it out of order. Oh.
Well, I think there was I don't even think they finished the entire regular Macross saga before they started the next one.
Really?
So
I got super lucky then. I
Yeah.
saw it all in order.
they moved on to the other one after that, where they were
Southern
kind of out.
Cross was
wilderness.
yeah, Southern Cross.
Yeah,
Those who don't know, so there is an anime in the 80s called Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. Did tons of business in Japan. Huge monster business in Japan. Really changed it. Like, it was kind of a genre redefining thing all on its own in a way. They brought it over to the United States as Robotech, and so the first season is Macross. Here, y'all can see what I'm doing so far on the SDF one. It's not gonna look like anything yet, but and then no, they don't have an art category. Bean, they don't have an art category. They have just chatting, so that's why I went with just chatting. But there is no art category. They have so then for the other 2 seasons they took 2 other shows. They took Southern Cross and they took Mospita, and they turned them into other seasons of I think they made in the Southern Cross. They made the girl, wasn't she like the daughter of Max and the alien lady
I could have been.
in the second season? You can tell I was obsessed with this show as a kid. I was obsessed with Macross and Robotech. I didn't like any of the other seasons though. I didn't like. I saw all of them when I was younger, but I did not like the Southern Cross, and I didn't like the other one, Mospita. I only liked Macross. It's the only one that I thought was any good.
Yeah, I want to say that we started getting the Voltron, both of the Voltrons,
Yeah.
not long after that, and poor Lars. He dropped out about 5 episodes in when the
Oh, that's right.
the princess took over.
That's right. I've never seen the original of that show. Uh, what's the original? Go Lion, something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original Japanese version.
They've had it out in places, but I've never seen it.
But it's like the vehicle Voltron. People are like it's more like Star Trek, and
Yeah.
Flatline is more like Star Wars. One of the things that like me and my friends we liked about the SDF one that you're drawing there, is the fact that they had the aircraft carrier as one of the arms,
Yeah.
and we all felt that was kind of a nod to Yamato in some way.
Oh, for sure. I mean, look how that show had a huge influence on this show, don't you think?
Yeah,
Like massive
yeah.
influence.
The Astro Fighters were like the they were definitely part of an influence on the Macross. What the hell's the name of the damn thing? You just said it a minute ago.
Veritix or
Yeah. They were kind of like a mix between that and Starscream.
now I want to warn everyone, I am not great at drawing like robots and stuff, which it's a weird psychological thing. Me and a lot of peers have talked about this through the years. There's always stuff we're not good at drawing, and we're like, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like we have all these tools, all these mental tools to do stuff that we see, and then it comes to certain things, we're like, oh, I have trouble with it, and it's just a psychological thing. But I don't know why we as humans have these things that we're like that about. You have any insight into that?
Well, I mean, it's like when I'm teaching other people how to draw, you really need to go back to the basics and, like draw it upside down.
Mm,
You know,
right.
you break it down to the base shapes. It's like, historically, I'm not, great at mechs either, but that Gurren Lagann, I did in pencil is really actually quite good. Maybe someday I'll finish that.
What? I mean, it can be finished in pencils. And this
Yeah.
flake's coming out super chunky. Chunky is, as Bean would say, chunky leg.
Finish it now, dudes. Bean loved to try to derail me from finishing my comic book. He said, "Hey, enter this art contest. Hey, do this, do that." I'm like,
Double B05 usually an art category. I couldn't find one. I couldn't find an art category. I saw like some video games like Art Alive, Art This. Here's where we are at the moment with this. I don't know if you guys can see it.
yeah,
So here's where we are. And I want to point out, there's no pencil, just so y'all can see, there's no pencil. We're doing,
you just
we're doing straight from Sharpie to the thing. See. Oh, okay, so Double B05 did find one. Okay, I'll have to
Nice.
check again. Dro does not hang out with those other artists. Sure, I do. Okay, Double B05. Yeah, so Bean, my plan, I don't know if I'll get to all of it, but my plan is to draw the 3 human characters and to do the SDF one and one of the Veritex. That's the plan. Well, it's getting a while. I don't know if we'll get to that, but that's the plan. That's the plan.
I mean, we always loved the way that the the Veritech fighters would, they're flying around and like kind of gliding just off the ground in that the in between form.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like fighting like urban, like urban combat. That was always really cool. Of course, the
Oh, yeah, there just seemed to be.
they had the Jolly Roger on the tail fins.
Right. So, do you you remember Captain Global, the main captain guy for the show? Oh. Hello? Is it Jacoby?
What the hell was that?
Oh,
Sorry,
Is this working?
sorry. I wasn't looking in StreamYard, so that's why I didn't see it. I apologize.
no, I
Is
just
this
sneezed.
on?
I just sneezed. I didn't think this was working. I sneezed, and all of a sudden it popped on.
Yeah, it was just coincidence.
That's
It was just
funny.
coincidence. It was just
Yeah,
coincidence.
that's all. I sneezed, and the other guy's like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Oh my god, it's working!"
Yeah,
That's
I'm sorry.
funny.
No, it was my bad because I wasn't looking in the thing because you said you were going to bed, so I thought I didn't. Yeah, so I didn't.
Yeah, I got your whisper when I was leaving. I was like, "Oh, I'll try this." I never used this StreamYard. This is pretty neat.
Oh yeah, it's kind of we use it for when we do the Markout Mania on Saturday mornings. We use StreamYard.
Oh, yeah, I know. I have to check one of those out. I've been wanting to, and I don't think I'm up that early on Saturday. Is what it is.
Oh yeah, neither is Bean.
Yeah, neither is.
But
Bean gets up. He gets up at the crack of dawn on Sunday for Saturday.
I'm not in Twitch anymore, so I don't know what they're saying in Twitch. But
they're
yeah,
like,
I
burn
saw
it
your
down,
whisper.
burn it all down.
So I was like,
Yes,
"Oh, I'll try."
okay. Bean. Yes,
like, this is pretty-
Jetfire.
And then
Jetfire was better than
So, hold on.
than Veritex.
that's funny that it just started working right when I sneezed. That was hilarious.
Well, it's so what it was, Jacobius, was I was looking at something on Facebook because the Double BO5 sent me something, and then as I was clicking that out, I saw the StreamYard window, and I saw like your thing in there that I needed to bring you in because like I have to bring the people in. On the deal. So yeah, I was like, oh, like I said, we thought you would what's it called? That you had gone to bed, so that's why I
Yeah,
wasn't checking.
I clicked on it. I could hear you and Zeus talking, and I was like, okay, this isn't working. I was just about to X out of it, and I sneezed, and you guys, whoa, what the hell was that? That was funny. My magic sneezes.
The
Did you watch Robotech when you were a kid at all, Jacobius?
I've heard of it. I would have to look it up. As far as like robot things, obviously Transformers, GoBots, Voltron, and what's the other one? Later on, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
So Jacobius, the good guy military fighters were basically like Starscream. They were like a F-15, looking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are jet. Yeah.
They transformed into a robot.
The Decepticon. Yeah.
But they also had like
Starscream.
an in-between mode that Jetfire and Starscream and his buddies didn't have.
Robot Tech? Is that what?
Robotech.
Robotech. Okay. I've heard of that. I might have watched it, but I don't think it was something I was really super into. But I bet if I looked it up, I would probably remember some of it. Again, it was more Transformers and Voltron is what I was really, and Thundercats. Well, that's not really robots, but
Well, they got the vehicles and stuff, but
they have some of that big
Well, they had
tiger
that one.
robot.
They had the Thunder Tank.
Yeah.
The Thunder Tank. That thing was cool. Panthro would drive that thing. Yeah, that was cool. Thundercats is pretty cool. Mumra creeped me out. He was a creepy villain.
The original show that Robotech used is called Macross, Super Dimensional Fortress Macross.
Okay.
It's a huge show in Japan, I've told this story before, but Macross via Robotech is one of the most influential things in my life ever. It's had a huge influence on me because it made me want to make stuff for a living. Like, it made me want that to be my life, to make stuff,
cool.
to make either like shows or to make music, because I was already involved in music since I was very young. I was in choir and stuff like that, so, and doing talent shows, so I was already like into music and stuff like that. And this show was like marrying music with like kind of soap opera and this, and it just like, you know, my imagination was like, oh, and like it came out here in the United States, I think in '85. Is that right, Zeus? It was like '85, I think, when I saw it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, I was like 9 going on 10. So it was just hugely influential.
I think I remember seeing it, but it was something that I just never really got into, as I was into just the other stuff. But it does sound familiar, and I bet if I saw it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But
plus Pedro, you got to remember, Canadian law, he's got to spend at least 6 hours a week watching hockey.
Hey, hockey's pretty awesome, so that's fine. But Jacobus, you don't live in Canada. You live in.
No, I'm not in Canada. I'm in close enough though. I'm in northern New Hampshire, which might as well be Canada.
Both of you are near Canada, technically, at the moment.
But I love hockey. It's the only sport I really enjoy watching, really.
Well, who's your
and I
team?
Used to play it. And,
who's your team?
I like Boston Bruins, and they're definitely my team, and we got a good high school team here. I like to watch the University of New Hampshire college teams pretty good too.
Oh, Zeus wanted to know what position you played when you were playing.
I played defense.
Nice.
Yeah, I stopped playing as I broke my collarbone when I was younger. Then my brother broke his 3 times playing hockey, so I didn't want to do that again. I broke my collarbone outside of hockey, so I was like, no, I didn't want to do that. So I stopped playing. I didn't want to break it 3 times like he broke his. I broke once was enough, and I just I kind of wish I would have kept into it, but.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I can't quite make out everything because my eyesight's getting worse. So I might fill up some of this with chicken scratch. Don't think less of me.
All right. So Jacobius, what he's drawing here is a gigantic mech. All right. It's literally like the size of a small city. It is massive.
It does have a city inside it, yeah.
You guys must be fan of the movie. You guys must be fan of the movie Robo Wars.
No.
You mean the terrible B movie Robo Wars?
Yeah. It was like a B movie. Yeah, well, like where basically it was Russia versus the United States, but they called it Federation or whatever it was. And then of course Pacific Rim had the what do you call those things? Yeah, those are pretty cool movies too. Fighting the kaiju.
Yeah, we really need we need some Jaegers for Godzilla to kick the shit out of.
Yeah, I mean they had Mecha Godzilla, but that wasn't quite the same. That was just basically a robot Godzilla. But yeah, I still got to see the new Godzilla. Zero. What the heck's it called? -1. I was gonna say Ground Zero for some reason, but yeah,
it's outstanding. It is a really, really well done movie.
Yeah,
I heard they really did a good job, and it's it's probably one of the best Godzilla movies ever. So, I still would like to see Gamera and Godzilla fight, but I don't think that'll ever happen.
2 different studios.
Yeah, and they're competing kind of. So
here's
it's kind of like having Coke and Pepsi in the same movie. It just wouldn't happen.
Well, if they ever work, that's coming out. That's coming along nice, Pedro.
Getting bogged down by these details. It's like,
But that'd be pretty cool to get Gamera on Godzilla. But Gamera is more like a kid-friendly good guy. Godzilla depends what movie you watch. You know?
Godzilla's kind of He's been the hero. He's been the force of nature. He's been evil. He's
been kind of neutral, you know. But Gamera's always been kind of a good guy, saving kids and, you know, only destroying things by accident or, you know, that he needed to. He loved the
you know,
he loved the
if they put a
oil
movie
though.
together, it would be like Godzilla and Kong, and they would end up. They might fight a little bit, and there would be no real, real winner, and then they would team up and fight the bad guy.
Gamera probably would just end up just leaving and not even fighting him anyway.
Now,
because Gamera more like he's more interested in eating oil cars, you know.
So
that's pretty much what he wants. You give him a bunch of oil, he's happy. But
Godzilla is my favorite. We all know this. Okay.
Yeah, Godzilla's got the most powers, and he's the cool looking atomic breath. And
so Godzilla's cooler than Gamera by far, in my opinion. He's way cooler than Gamera.
Gamera's just a flying. Gamera's got actually more powers than Godzilla.
That's
really,
what I was gonna say. Gamera is more OP than Godzilla by a lot.
And he's probably tougher armor than Godzilla, but otherwise than that, Godzilla's definitely he's a cooler looking kaiju.
The thing Godzilla has going for him is just that he's cooler looking. He's just cooler.
He just looks cooler. I mean, Gamera looks like a little smiling turtle, and he spins around. And
did you see any of the ones from the 90s?
The massive underbite with the tusks.
Gamera's from. They made some 90 Gamera. I only seen the 60s one.
The ones from the 90s are excellent. They're excellent movies.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they made any more out of the 60s. I watched most of them. They did a whole bunch on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Right.
And I was like, oh, Gamera, look at this. I was like, this is like a corny Godzilla ripoff or whatever. And I mean, it was those little kids screaming. I was like, this is really lame. No wonder they're riffing it on that show. I didn't know they had 90s versions. I bet those are pretty cool. They kind of a little bit updated. It'd be kind of cool if they re-updated Gamera too, but I don't know if they will.
Hold on, I'll show you an example in a moment. I think. Do I have?
I'll have to look for the 90s ones. I'm anxious how he looks because I mean the 60s he looked corny. He looks so cheesy and cheap in the 60s, but I bet in the 90s he probably looked a little bit better. I would hope.
I will find you a picture.
Or is Gamera a girl? I don't know. I thought Gamera. I don't know if Gamera's a girl or not. I don't know.
We're not gonna worry about if Gamera.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Mothra's a girl, but I think that's the only female one that I know of. Who knows, though? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
It could be a female. You know, it's all.
It could be a female Godzilla too. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, you had.
Can you guys see Twitch?
Yeah.
Jacobius, can you see Twitch? Or you don't have it on, right?
No, I'm on my phone, so I don't have Twitch on.
Oh, okay. I was gonna play the trailer, but I won't do it now.
Yeah, I think if I go on Twitch, it'll probably kick me out of this.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on my laptop right now.
Right. Okay. Well, they made him more fierce looking in the 90s, so that they made him.
Yeah, because I was gonna say he looked like he just looked really cheesy. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Because I only really watched the ones on Mystery Science Theater 3000 where he fought that monster that looked like a knife head and that one with the diamond head. I don't even remember their names now. Tamara, one of them or something. I don't know. But the monsters that he fought it was just cheesy. It was Godzilla ripoff, obviously, but.
Well, no, some of his monsters were kind of original. I mean,
there was one that looked kind of cool. It had like a diamond head that could breathe. There's electricity or something. That was a kind of cool looking one. Then there was one that looked like a knife.
Yeah.
It just looked like a big knife with arms.
Yeah, like he had an axe for a head.
Yeah, and then there was like a flying one that he fought too, like a dragon looking one. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it.
They had a Godzilla suit, in Ultraman, and they added that crest to it.
Yes.
Oh my God, I remember Ultraman. Oh yeah, I remember that one too. That was another one they riffed on Science Theater too. Yeah.
So Ultraman,
yeah.
Started by how do you pronounce the name, Zeus? Subaria. How do we say the guy's name? he did the special effects on the early Godzilla films. And so yeah, he had the costume, of course. He had the Godzilla costume. So he just he changed it a little bit so he could use it legally in the thing.
I do definitely appreciate for the time the model work and those early Godzillas, the little models they made. You know, somebody sat down, you know, and handmade those models back in the day. You know, they look cheesy now, but I mean, somebody put a lot of work into that.
And then there'd be levels of you know, detail. Like some of them, like most of the buildings, they wouldn't have individual floors, but you know, every once in a while they would, you know, you'd see a monster step on a building and actually had, you know, individual floors and shit.
Yeah, it was, and you know, even just for somebody to spend all that time making the model just to have some guy in a suit come and step on them all, you know.
Well, that's the point.
And they only had one take, you know. But
no, they probably
if the take didn't come out well, oh well. But it, you know, it just goes up to the original Star Wars, all the model work they did in that, which still looks amazing. Looks better than some CGI. So.
And that's kind of been the, you know, the fight over the years, is even though technology gets better, you know, that when people talk about that pushing the limits of it, it's like, yeah, when you say pushing the limits, you know, that's when I say it looks like crap.
Like the Star Wars prequels.
Or the sequels.
The sequels look worse than the prequels.
The sequels actually look worse than the prequels, you're right. Because, like, even though I do like J.J. Abrams' visual style, but you can tell it was all Disney, you know.
Yeah, Disney likes to kill things. They really do.
The prequels, though,
franchise, they're gonna kill it.
You know, it's. I'm so glad that they just let all the Disney Plus series, like The Mandalorian, they just let Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni just do their thing for the most part, and the series are so much better because of that. You know, they got their hand out of there. It's like, just let these guys make things for Star Wars fans, not for Disney. You know.
Well, but it's business. I mean.
Well, that's what it is, and you know, either way they made billions of dollars with the sequels anyway, even though they're terrible. Because they're Star Wars. You can crap in a bag and write Star Wars on it, and people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
You know?
Good Lord.
It's
one of those things.
Like Dennis Leary talking about cigarettes. Like you could put them in a black box with a skull and crossbones and call them cancer sticks, and people are still going to pay $10 a pack for them.
Yeah, you know, exactly. You could write all the warnings you want. All the people are still going to buy them and smoke them. But, you know.
That's coming along real nice, Pedro.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's taken so long.
I'll have to go. Yeah, I'll switch back to Twitch before I head off, just to take a peek what you're drawing.
Make sure it's centered in the camera.
It's pretty cool to do a chat and art stream too sometimes. I mean, the music is fun, but you know.
Well, the main reason I'm not doing music is because I'm scared my guitar string is going to break, and I have to wait till like not this weekend but the next weekend. I follow strict budgeting. It's just the way I live.
Yeah.
It's just a choice of mine. I try not to spend outside my budgeting. So even though, say, like, technically I could go get it taken care of, I'd rather gamble and wait.
Well, you know, that's good that you're disciplined with that, because I wish, you know, I could say I'd be a lot happier for it. So that's nothing wrong with being frugal.
When you've had time as a Zeus, well, I think you probably understand this. When you've been a professional artist, you have to be you have to save a lot of money. You have to people should save money anyways. Okay, let me put that out there. Just a little life lesson for all people. You should save money anyways. But yeah, you should always save money, because you don't know what can happen. Like
that's true.
Where stuff will just, you know, you're just not gonna have work to do. So
Well, look at me, you know.
I haven't been out, you know, like, I mean, it's different to be, you know, a graphic designer where I have a job and I go into work every
Right.
day,
And
you know, and I get paid every day no matter what I do.
right.
Then,
You know,
And so,
I
something
had
else I
a
want to say there. If you have kids who want to get into art, or you talk to young people who want to get into art, like, you know, they're like, I got to do it. First, try to talk them out of it. Okay. Then, if that doesn't work, and some people might be like, try to talk them out of it. Yes, you try to talk them out of it. If that doesn't work, just advise them to get into graphic design.
Yep.
Because at least graphic design, you will be able to make like a living.
you'll be able to get a job.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
There
are no fine art jobs. I have a bachelor's in fine art, in studio art. My area of specialization was oil painting. There is no is no job you're going to apply for those qualifications.
Yeah, it's one of those liberal arts, you know. It's
not. It's a fine art. It's not a liberal art.
Or fine art, yeah, fine, yeah, or you know, it's tough. It's even trying to make a living being a musician's not easy, you know.
Oh yeah, well that's a whole other thing.
I mean, that's separate from. I mean, it's a form of art, but you know.
No, I mean it's the music business is like different. It's a whole other, like they both involve a lot of hard things. You got to hustle on all of those things.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, but it's like going back to saving money. Absolutely, I wish I would have saved money because, you know, I was working for only almost 20 years and boom, I'm down to just filling in. Luckily, I landed another job. I start in a few weeks.
That's great.
Yeah,
but
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It's going to be a change from what I've been doing, but you know, you never know when you could be out of work. You know, you're working so long and you have income coming in, and then you're out of work, or you just have a fill-in job, and you don't have any money saved. Yeah, it's been rough for me for a couple months because I didn't have any money saved.
That's when you.
I wish I would have been smarter. You know.
That's when you write a screenplay about it.
You know, I thought I would love to be. I'd love to be a writer and have some studio buy my script. That'd be awesome. You know, I used to write short stories and stuff and poems, and I just kind of got away from it. I have a bunch of poems. I thought about doing a poetry stream sometime.
That would work.
Just to kind of sit and read them, see if anybody hangs out, comes in.
And
but I always just end up playing games.
Zeus, and aside, I thought using this 4x6, I was gonna be able to fit everything maybe in here or most of it. I am missing. There's so much I cannot fit into. I cannot fit either of the arms into this thing.
Right. Yeah. It's incredibly wide. You think it's really narrow, like in your head.
Right.
You're like, oh, it's tall and thin. No, it's.
I would have had to start drawing it much smaller, like much smaller. Use a larger piece of paper.
Yeah, even to finish what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
You would have needed like an 8.5 by 11.
So it's gonna have to just be what it is, you know.
Yeah. And this is part of the thing where you just came out, you know, firing right out of the gate instead of, you know, a thumbnail or anything. You know,
right. Hey, so Jacobius, back in early 2022, I did some art streams. Before I did the music streams, I did some art streams on here on Twitch. And there is one I was doing the art cards of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from the 80s. And Zeus remembers this. I was doing Tiamat. I was doing Tiamat on a trading card size thing, and I was just running out of room fitting in all these heads, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna run out of room. And somehow we fit every head in the trading card.
Yeah, that was rough. He fit all 5.
Oh, we lost
dragons.
Jacobius.
And the red dragon
Yeah.
Why is it larger?
I clicked on Twitch to see what you're drawing. That looks cool, and of course, it kicked me out of this when I did that. But
Did you
yeah,
hear
I
what I
wanted
was
to go
saying
see.
about the Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, Tiamat. I remember. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. That was a lot of fun, and my girlfriend at the time, her son, he was like 19 at the time, but he was very smart, and he was a dungeon master, and he came up with some really cool quests. And one of them we fought Tiamat, and I think she was like a 5-headed dragon goddess.
Yeah.
And each head was a different colored dragon.
Yeah.
And
5 different breath weapons.
yeah, and I remember my character was a half man, half blue dragon, like dragonkin type of guy. I could breathe lightning and stuff. It was pretty cool. And I remember when we fought her, I ended up getting permanently scarred my character from her. I think her black dragon head who breathed acid. I think it was a black dragon. Yeah. And I remember that. So that was a mission that permanently scarred my character after that. So yeah.
So I think so. Of course, red is fire, green is poison mist.
I think black was acid. Blue is electricity. That's why I chose blue, is I wanted to breathe electricity.
Yeah.
White is frost or ice.
Yeah.
And said red fire, green. Yeah, I think black was the acid. And that was the one that scarred me. It on a 20-sided dice, I think it was like an 18 that she hit me with. So I was like, oh. Luckily, one of the characters I was with was a healer because I would have been dead. But yeah, I remember I was permanently scarred after that. And my charisma was low anyway, but that didn't help. That was fun though. I had a pet Drake who could actually speak, had like human intelligence, and he was big enough for me to ride. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I ended up having a cool
dragon
character.
Is the acid breath.
The black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one that I think hit me with like an 18 out of 20 or something. Yeah. And if I wasn't half dragon, I would have been. If I was human, I would have been totally dead right away. But the dragon, being half dragon, my skin was helpful and not in protecting me. But yeah,
Zeus is a
that
very
used to be
good,
fun to play.
Zeus is a
playing
very
that.
good dungeon
It
master.
is poison breath for the green.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing that. I got that Drake from a Goblin King or something. He came out riding it, and I remember I knocked him off it, and the Drake could actually speak, and I was able to coerce the Drake to come to me and be my pretty much pet guardian after that. So that was fun playing that. We had a good time.
All I can think of is when you say Drake is Seinfeld. I hate the Drake.
Oh yeah, no Drake, just a wingless dragon.
Yeah,
and he was big enough that I could ride him. And he had human intelligence too, so I could speak to him. And I was a druid paladin, I think was my. Maybe I healed myself because I was a druid, but I can't remember. Somebody healed me. I did.
For about 5 minutes.
Say what?
Pedro was a bard for about 5 minutes.
Do you need me to pull out my Dungeons and Dragons stuff, Zeus?
Yeah, I think I still have my character sheet, and I have a map that I drew. I drew my own map, which was actually the only really good thing that I ever drew. I'll have to find it maybe and show it on stream sometime or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a map of this world that has all these different biomes. It's got Arctic and desert, and then each of us could pick a god from each biome. And so I ended up like in the forest. I think I chose Pan, the Greek god of nature. And then in the desert, I chose Ra or one of the Egyptian gods. So yeah, it was pretty. Each biome had different, like in the northern, like in the cold ones, you had Norse gods, and so that was pretty neat.
Yeah,
the way you had it set up.
well, Pedro. You put a lot of detail into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can fit any more into.
Oh,
Yeah, That did look cool. That was pretty good. In such a short period of time, you drew that in a half an hour.
Oh, it's been longer
Yeah.
than that, has it? Or I don't know. We started kind of late. I don't know.
Yeah. By the time you got started with it, it was probably almost 9:30.
Yeah, so I mean, 40 minutes still though.
So let's see now.
I mean, if I even tried to draw something like that, I would screw it up. It would look like hell. And you're drawing with a Sharpie, well, like a thin Sharpie, but
yeah, it's a. Let's see if it shows. It's ultra fine print. Let's see if it can.
yeah.
Fine print.
I've told Pedro this before, but we went to Heroes Comic Convention one year, and we met Peter Laird, who him and Kevin Eaton are the ones that created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Peter Laird was just freehand drawing fucking turtles with a damn
I know those
edge, felt tip.
What do you think of the Last Ronin?
I'll be back.
The Last Ronin?
Yeah,
The
it's different,
47
huh?
Ronin. Which one?
The whole Last Ronin storyline, Michelangelo being the Last Ronin, and basically
I haven't seen that.
I've
I've heard people enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it's dark. It's definitely dark, but the original comics were dark, so it definitely goes back to its roots. I think he ends up fighting like Shredder's grandfather or granddaughter or something like that. Yeah, I think it was the granddaughter. Yeah, it's interesting, and like April's daughter or something is a fighter, and or April and Casey Jones's daughter. And Michelangelo is the Last Ronin, and yeah, it's pretty dark story. Like the whole of New York City is like this dystopian future, and it's very dark. I mean, I read some of it online. I was like, wow, it's very dark, but it's not really kid friendly.
Gene Kung Fu Kangaroos.
Oh, geez, a Kung Fu Kangaroo, yeah.
They had a lot of bad rip-offs of the Turtles back in the day.
Street Sharks.
All that.
Extreme Dinosaurs.
And then Street Sharks, yeah. What was that? That show with the Kung? Yeah, you talking about that movie with the Kung Fu Kangaroos? There, there's a movie.
That's not what it's called. There was.
What was it called?
Yeah,
it was a bunch of like ninja kangaroos, and there was this kid that got sucked in this alternate dimension with these kung fu stupid looking kangaroos, and it was like pure Ninja Turtle ripoff. What the hell? It was a stupid movie too. I was like, this is like it was like came out right after the Ninja Turtle movie. Obviously, they were trying to cash in on it. It's almost like something Roger Corman would make, but it wasn't a Roger Corman movie. But it was. I forget what the last something. Yeah,
Warriors of Virtue.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were like 4 or 5 of the kangaroos, and this kid was there, and
This shit was unwatchable.
And the villain was funny because he was so over the top. The guy was overacting so much. I couldn't help but laugh at the guy. He had this high pitched voice, and you could tell he was just hamming it up.
I'm 99% sure I never watched more than 10 minutes of that movie.
I think I watched somebody doing a review on it on YouTube, and the villain in that movie is so hammy. You can't help but laugh at the guy because he's just so cheesy, and you can tell that the guy knows he's in a crap movie, and he's just overacting. He just doesn't care. He probably got $10 for making from the movie, so.
Now I'm doing a light watercolor wash just for. Let me see if people can see what I'm doing. I'm doing a light watercolor wash.
Warriors of Virtue. Yeah.
Man, it's a watercolor
bad.
paper. The thing with watercolor paper and markers, it'll like just eat up your markers. So that's why I'm using the watercolor on watercolor paper, of course. So I'm just explaining what I'm doing.
Oh, cool.
There was also the adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
That sounds so funny. Just the name.
Yeah.
That if that's not a Ninja Turtle ripoff, then I don't know what is.
Oh, it was, and they were all named after. They were named after action movie actors: Clint Eastwood, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, and Jackie Chan.
Radioactive hamster. That's hilarious. That's funny.
Adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters, and then there was the preteen dirty jean kung fu kangaroos. Those were.
I remember the Kung Fu Kangaroos with the hamsters. That's just funny.
The preteen dirty jean. That's a great setup into the whole thing.
Well, it's like that studio, the Asylum, that just makes these movies, ripping off popular movies.
They make amazing movies. You mean? Is what you mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, Sharknado's one thing, but they made Alien Hunter, which is obviously Alien versus Predator ripoff. I mean, and the movie is absolutely terrible. They made a zombie movie that was terrible with it. The only one cool thing about that was there were tiger zombies. That was pretty cool. Because they escaped from a zoo and they got this infection infected animals too. And they were of course the CGI was terrible, but the concept of a zombie tiger is scary. I mean, it was pretty creepy. Vin Rames was in that.
Really?
It was I forget, Zombie Apocalypse or something like that. It was pretty much a ripoff of Day and Land of the Dead, or Land of the Dead, pretty much. Or Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Yeah.
Actually that one I'm thinking of was a sci-fi, sci-fi or whatever you call it.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, sci-fi or whatever sci-fi or sci-fi, whatever they rename themselves. But it might as well have been the Asylum, because it was just, it was terrible.
That's coming along real nice, Pedro.
Oh, thank you. I have to keep looking back at the reference material because I'm like, there's so many lines. I don't know what's.
Yeah, I have to go check it out after and take another peek at it, see how you're coming along.
Yeah. Look up Robotech episodes.
And I still remember. I will post on the somewhere, probably on the Discord and on social media. I'll post pictures of everything I do later.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I should get back into doing some sort of art or poetry or something.
Yeah, something.
I'm not musically inclined at all. Though I even did a couple streams. I was just messing around on my little lyre that I have. I wasn't really playing it. I was just kind of messing around on it. And I was starting to learn.
Right?
Yeah, I was starting to. I have an F and a G harmonica, I think. And David offered to teach me because he's got 20 harmonicas. So
right.
He's got a whole collection of harmonicas that
he's talking about David Knoll, for those who don't.
Yeah,
know.
David Knoll. Yeah. If you, I told you he's back streaming after his bout with COVID.
Yeah, I caught one or two of them.
Yeah, he's doing better, which is great. I think he's gonna start varying his schedule and do some evening streams, maybe a weekend. Because I told him that in a few weeks when I start my new job, since he streams during the weekday, I'm not going to be able to see any of them. And I also mentioned, I go, well, for people in the United States, it's hard if they work 9 to 5 jobs. It's hard for them to catch his streams because that's when he streams. So I told him, I go, not just for me, but for other people, if you do an evening stream or, a Saturday stream. So we'll see what he does. But I think it would get more people to watch the stream. But
as someone who streams as well, sometimes it depends what your life allows you to do.
Well, that's true.
Your life will dictate the schedule for you.
That's true too. Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people have told me the times that I stream is not very convenient. But it's just the time I have to stream. There's not much I can do about it. So
that's why, for me, I don't stay up. When I used to stay up nights, your streams are perfect because they're at night. But, usually by 9 o'clock most nights, I'm going to bed, and that's when you start for me is 9. It's 8 for you, and so I usually pop in. Hey, and tonight I don't have to get up early tomorrow or anything, so I'm up a little later tonight. But usually by this time I'm in bed. So, and you know that some and people have real life, and that's the way things are sometimes. You know, and David has stuff he's got to do, and you know I mention it to him, and if he can swing some different varying stream times, if he can, if you know life sometimes doesn't allow that, as you said. So.
Well, the some of the real, these crazy success people, they're young people that, they lived at home long enough to build a following, and now they live on their own. That's all they do. And, and then they have, kids that, that follow them and watch them stream, and, they're like, they're got it playing on their phone while they should be on the computer learning English or whatever the fuck,
And that's the thing.
The right people, Zeus. No,
a lot of people, yeah, right. The right people, yeah. A lot of people, as you said, the younger people grew up streaming. We didn't have that when we were younger. We didn't have internet, so
When I grew up, we were playing in a stream.
Exactly. We were actually out in a stream. Exactly. I went to my friend's house and we played in a stream all the time. That's what we did. That's what we call streaming.
That's fish and trying to get, looking at for water snakes and shit like that.
In the 80s, we were playing. That was our streaming. We were in a stream. That was our streaming.
I remember when it would rain, my brother Larry and I would go outside with a can, like an empty coffee can, and we would and like a thing of tongs, and we would be picking out all the crawfish out of the ditch.
Yeah.
This was in Port Arthur. This is in Port Arthur, where it's closer to the Gulf or whatever. So
we would go and collect night crawlers and go fishing after the rain, or on a warm summer night when they come out. We'd go out and collect night crawlers and we'd save them to go fishing.
Did you say a warm summer night?
Well, yeah. Well, here, yeah, you probably get a lot more of those down in Texas, but yeah, hey, no music tonight. Yeah. I remember doing that, yeah. But times change.
Well, yeah, we grow.
Yeah, but here's another thing. Like the SDF-1, it's like it not only did it house it had like a crew of something ridiculous like 8,000 people or something like that.
Yeah.
The weaponry in action was just incredible, and wasn't it able to just emit a massive beam of energy out of the whole thing, Pedro?
Yeah. So let me point out in the thing. So these things here you see on the top, those little
the shoulders.
The things that go over the shoulder, they would shoot out a giant laser beam.
Yeah.
And then later,
okay, yeah.
Then later there was a thing, they had a force field. I don't know if you remember this. They had a force field.
I remember that.
And the first time they use it in a major battle, it goes awry. Something happens where the force field just starts expanding and is just destroying everything in its wake. And that one character, he was one of the friends of Hikaru and Max. Remember, before he goes out in this battle, he's eating a steak and he leaves the steak unfinished. And they're trying to get away from that force field that they can't control, and he can't get away and he dies. And you see Hikaru do the sign of the cross, and this is dramatic stuff for a young me. I was like,
yeah, there was a lot of that was one of the few cartoons where there was there was death quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some in Star Blazers, but not it was usually downplayed and everything.
I'm pulling out the watercolor because it's watercolor paper. I don't want to tear up the markers on it and stuff.
Do you guys remember when Megatron transformed into a pistol and they made a gun? They made a toy of that.
Oh yeah, the OG.
The OG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was a big giant pistol, but that went away fast. But yeah,
I mean, it was around for quite a while, but I mean, they with the
They changed
the
laws
movie in
and
'85,
stuff,
they got rid of him altogether.
and they added an orange tip later. Then they just made him change into like a jet type thing. But
well, he was a tank at one point, and
a tank. Yeah, he was a tank too. Yeah.
he was a Tyrannosaurus Rex at one point.
Yeah, that I mean now that technically Zeus, that is while his name was Megatron, he's a different character altogether. Like
he turned into
he exists in the same universe as the G1 Megatron, but he's like he's like just a namesake, so to speak. He's just a namesake. So he's while he's named Megatron, he's not like the Megatron. He's a different Megatron.
Well, then he became Galvatron too.
Tyrannosaurus one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one from Beast
Then he was
Wars.
Galvatron.
Yeah, but Galvatron is the Megatron. He just had a cosmetic he had cosmetic surgery.
Like reborn kind of.
With Thundercracker and
yeah. They got turned into the Scourge and the Sweeps. And,
the Scourge and the Sweeps.
Yeah. That movie blew my mind when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
I have the soundtrack on vinyl, by the way. I think I'm showing it on here.
It's
that's great.
Outstanding soundtrack. Every song on the soundtrack's a banger.
I wish I would have kept some of my mom had a heck of a vinyl collection. I wish I would have kept some of that.
I think this year is the 30th anniversary.
The movie came out in '86, so it'd be in like 2 more years.
Okay,
right?
no, yeah, a couple years away.
Yeah, we're getting close though. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys gonna see the new Ghostbusters?
I am not. No, I did not like.
No?
I didn't care for. What was the other one? Was it Afterlife?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
There are parts of it. There are parts of it that were fine, but to me, it was just like nostalgia. Just the whole thing was just nostalgia pop. Just nostalgia pop.
Yeah. Even bringing Gozer back, it's like.
Well, don't give spoilers. Don't give any spoilers.
They don't have enough damn stuff in Tobin Spirit Guide to work with. There was a lot of great spirits and.
Well, the Tobin's. I actually bought I actually have a Tobin Spirit Guide. I bought that book. It's pretty neat.
Yeah,
there's tons of stuff in there. Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, the real Ghostbusters cartoon was.
Yeah.
They did a great job. They did a better job than anything except the first movie. Everything else, it's Ghostbusters, the first movie, then the real Ghostbusters cartoon, and then everything else is pales in comparison to that.
Because the pilot of the real Ghostbusters cartoon was right after they were done fighting Gozer.
Right.
That's what it's looking like.
They were in their tan.
Is that done, Pedro? Or
I gotta do something with the background. I can't leave it.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. They went back to the firehouse with the hole in the roof, and they were in their tan uniforms.
Yeah.
And they're all full of slime and gunk, the marshmallow and everything. And yeah, so pretty much the real Ghostbusters was really the real sequel.
Yeah, and then there was you remember that Filmation cartoon?
Oh, yeah, with the gorilla.
Let's go.
Oh,
that was
so much.
Yeah, go Ghostbusters with that freaking gorilla.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then so that's why they put the real Ghostbusters because of that. It was kind of like a slap in the face for them.
They looped a copyright law in there somehow.
Now.
Yeah.
So
the real Ghostbusters.
Some trivia for you guys. In the 70s, there is kind of a live-action children's show on Saturday morning that's called The Ghostbusters, and it's like I think it's like two old dudes, and they have like a chimpanzee or some kind of monkey.
Yeah, there's a gorilla
with them.
It's a big gorilla or something. Yeah.
So in some ways, you can say that the one Ghostbusters we're talking about, the "Let's Go Ghostbusters, Let's Go." In some ways, you can say they're paying homage to that one. But of course, they're capitalizing on the movie. Of course, they are. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying. That's the
Then they had the-
legalese they could use to get around.
Yeah. And then they had the Extreme Ghostbusters, where it was only Egon, and it was a kid in a wheelchair and a girl. Remember that one?
Vaguely
I
remember
didn't see
that.
it, but,
That
yeah.
wasn't very good either.
Yeah. It was just Extreme Egon was like a teacher, but he was kind of mentoring like four younger
And it,
kids.
yeah.
One,
So Bean is
the
a
girl
big
had like
fan
a
of it.
pistol.
Bean is a big fan of Extreme Ghostbusters. I know this.
Yeah. And there was a kid in a wheelchair. There was a black kid, and there was like this goth chick with a pistol. She had like a pistol proton pack or whatever. It was okay, but it was no real Ghostbusters. But and even the later seasons of the real Ghostbusters were terrible. I didn't like them.
So, a question to Zeus and Bean, since you guys can see what's going on. Any ideas for the background?
Orange fading down to purple like a sunset.
Cool. Yeah,
Let me see how I can do this.
that would look cool. Yeah.
Orange fading into purple. So purple's
They
at
should
the
still
bottom. Purple's at
make
the
these
bottom.
some make these some postcards or
Say what?
posters or these drawings. It'd be cool if you could make them like sell cards and.
Wherever he says, but Pedro says he is, not where you say he is, Bean.
Well, sometimes they spent the STF one was on Earth. Sometimes, quite a bit.
Yeah, it
of
was
the
on
show.
quite a bit.
Quite a bit of the time.
Sometimes.
Put everything his way. Bean is like, I am right all the time.
He probably
You are
probably
not.
is right. He probably is right, but.
Boy, that's a suck up thing to say.
So Jacobius, just so you know, Bean, Zeus, another friend of ours, James Sorno, another friend, Lucha, they're all like, Brian Bell as well, they're all like brothers from other mothers for me. So they're, we're
that's
all
cool.
like a weird,
And I'm the outcast.
Bean is the Spanish cousin I have by marriage, the Mexican cousin I have by marriage that doesn't approve of me.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm the Spanish
Nothing I do,
I'm
nothing
the
I do is
Spanish
good.
guy. Well, I'm the Spanish guy here.
That's
You're the Spaniard, yeah.
and here comes a French guy.
Well,
my
now,
sister, my sister lived for 2 years in Spain, which is also funny.
what's it called? Jacobius. I'm half Spanish, and I'm a quarter French, and I'm a quarter Scot.
So you got some French and Scot too. Yeah, the French and Scots were allies for a long time. Yeah, they still are. So
I watered
yeah.
that down too much.
that's one of the longest. I think the longest alliance is actually between Portugal and England. I think that's the longest still standing alliance in the world since like 1200 something. Is Portugal and England. Yeah.
Well, that country's that's a large piece of real estate.
Portugal. It's it's part of the Iberian Peninsula.
Iberian Peninsula.
Cousins, yeah. There are cousins.
Yeah, very very similar language.
Well, we owned. They were. I'm like, we owned them for such a long amount of time.
The Iberian. Yeah, wasn't that called the Iberian
Peninsula?
It's the Iberian
What the heck?
Peninsula. It still
Yeah,
is. The
yeah,
Iberian.
but wasn't the Portugal and Spain when they didn't really split up? They stayed allies, like the Iberian Union or something like that.
Something, yeah.
And then there was a third country on the Iberian Peninsula that got absorbed by Spain. It was just north of Portugal. It was a little tiny. What the heck was it called now? But that got absorbed by Spain eventually. But was it Bastion?
Spain did too much conquesting. Bean's gonna be all over me here in a moment.
Well, they did, but they were conquested a lot too over the years.
By the Moors, yeah.
The Moors, and then before that, the Visigoths. Before that, that was before they were even Spain. But because there was the Visigoths, and then came the Moors and the Muslims and the caliphates, and they were they're under Muslim rule for quite a few hundred years before they became independent. Yeah.
Clear this off so I can fade this out.
Different kind of Muslims than that were like in the Middle East and stuff, but still, it was still Muslim.
Yeah, they were the Moors. Yeah.
The Moors, right? Yeah, they were a little more tolerant than the Middle Eastern ones.
Here's a fun thing. When I went to visit my mom and my sister last year, one of my sister's cats would come in and watch me and sit on this big footstool beside where I would sleep, and so I called him the king of the Ottoman Empire.
Oh wow!
Oh, Ottoman was Well, the Ottomans too. They were around.
Whoa.
From they were around from a long time because they conquered the Byzantines and then they went to World War I. So 1918, and I don't remember when they started, but yeah, they were around quite a few hundred years. The Ottomans.
Yeah, it's looking good, Pedro.
Oh, thank you.
I'm a big history buff too, so I love history. So
yeah,
especially the ancient, like Roman times and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I love it. Stuff about ancient Greece and
the
what? Zeus?
Yeah, like classical and ancient. Classical, yeah, ancient Greece. Yeah, who would have guessed? And then even the god Zeus was based off a Babylonian god. I forget the name of him though. But yeah.
Let's see.
And even
Put this where it can be seen.
The early depictions of the Christian god was based on Zeus. So
nice. Yeah, the purple looks really good at the bottom there.
We'll have to let it dry a little bit. I think that's pretty much done.
No, I don't think you can do anything more to that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
cool. Good job.
We're gonna set it aside for a while. We'll come back to it.
Let it dry. Don't put your hand on it by accident or anything. Lean on it.
Those are called happy accidents. You just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look at this one. I accidentally leaned on this one, but it still looks good. It's like and Grillman's too. Hey, I brought you a pie. Somebody sat on the bus. It still tastes all right though.
All right. Okay. So let's see if we can get to some of the people now. Let me put up some of these.
I got that Ghostbusters. Let's go Ghostbusters. I'm gonna have
too many things
listen to that.
Reflecting light at the moment. So
to get it out of my head. Let's go Ghostbusters. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's see this. This might.
I'm glad it's not in my head.
I think it was animation.
You're like that shit ain't in my head.
Like far and away, that's my least favorite. Like I in general, there's a lot of Filmation cartoons I really like. I just hated that thing. I hated that goddamn shitty clunker, chitty bang bang looking car.
I thought that gorilla.
I knew you were gonna.
That gorilla was the stupidest thing. That gorilla. I just thought it was so stupid.
Bean said, and now the Ottomans have become furniture, much like the Trexies became chickens.
Okay.
We don't expect rational expression of thought from Bean all the time.
Hey, whatever works.
Well, I mean, look, he's a lot more bilingual than I am, right? Like his English is like a million times better than my Spanish. I can't even have a conversation in Spanish. I can pick out some words and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I know very little Spanish. I'm more French. But French and Spanish are very similar, but different.
Yeah,
French, French, Spanish, and Italian, kind of very similar.
cross that makes sense. It's impossible. Hey, so we know.
Impossible.
Let's see. Let me turn this down. Let me see if that helps any. There's just too much glow happening at the moment. Let me see if I switch.
Soul glow.
It's just so much glow.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody must have got that reference. Yeah, from Coming to America. Just let your soul glow.
Here's a fun fact: the guy that invented Afro Sheen, his last name is Dudley, is from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where I'm
Oh
from.
wow.
And he had these. He had some official, like beauty colleges where he would teach hairstylists how to use the products officially. Yeah.
I could never imagine Spring making my hair that. But it's like in the 50s, like Elvis with the hair grease. You know, it's like, I could never.
Yeah. White men went through a lot of weird hair product too. Shit looked like damn axle grease.
It's like, why? I would never want my head to be that greasy. I don't know. I suppose to each their own, but
It's all up to the people.
I mean, it got the women in the 50s, I guess. Elvis had his hair all greased up.
Elvis had women way beyond the 50s.
Yeah, he got all the way till the day he died. He had women, but yeah, in the 70s where he gained a bunch of weight.
Oh, nice, Pedro. You do not draw.
Say what?
You don't draw shit like I do.
So, well, keep in mind. I mean, it just. So when I was an art student, we were taught a lot of different ways of doing things. Like,
oh, I know. No, I'm saying it took me a second to see what you were. It took me a couple of three, lines, and then I was like, oh, okay. But I.
Now I'm not saying this could definitely go awry. Okay, let's look at that. This can definitely go awry. I'm not too concerned.
I mean, it's like the same thing with Peter Laird. It's like, damn, he just, he didn't use a pencil at all. He just sitting there just banging them out with fucking Sharpie, and they look fucking awesome.
Well, I don't know if this is gonna look effing awesome, but
well,
it's
I mean, not everybody's Peter Laird.
Yeah, this is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And
we had to do a lot of like kind of contour exercises and stuff when I was in life drawing and things like that. And
I remember doing that shit where it's like, oh, you need to draw this person with one line. You don't take your look at your paper, and you don't take your charcoal off the paper.
There's a lot of emphasis on getting things down fast, because one of the things we were taught was you don't know how long you'll have to look at something sometimes. So even, let's say if you're doing life drawing and the pose is XYZ time, right? They may not be able to hold it. Like, they may not be able to hold that pose. So
we had a life model, and her at the base of the curve of her back, where her butt started, was straight level. So whenever you drew it, it didn't look right. And like we always would joke that, like, we could, like, throw a paper airplane at her and land it on the back of her ass there. Oh, nice. That's the flight helmet. Yeah.
All right, amigos, I'm gonna head to bed. Thanks for letting me join your voice chat here.
Oh,
Good to hear you, man.
It's good to see you. Congratulations again on the job.
Yeah. I'm hoping in a couple of weeks, pending a few more paperwork there, I should be able to start that.
When are you streaming next?
I streamed a little bit earlier tonight. I'm probably gonna stream. I'm off this weekend, so maybe tomorrow morning or evening. I'm not sure. Maybe both. We'll see.
Okay.
I've been playing Far Cry 5 again. I want to get Far Cry 6, but it's still $60, so I can't afford that right now. But I'm enjoying Far Cry 5. About three-quarters way through it, so.
Well,
Um,
let me give you an early. Let me see if I can say this right. Shinyan Kuai La. Shinyan Kuai La. Happy New Year. It's Happy Chinese New Year.
Oh,
Tomorrow is that Chinese New Year. So
is it the Chinese New Year's tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't even know that. Nice. The Year of the Dragon, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool. I love dragons.
Oh, we should. Zeus
Pedro's going to eat some Chinese food tomorrow.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
American
that's not a bad
Chinese.
idea.
American Chinese.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
want
probably
to
gonna
offend anyone.
I eat Chinese food so much, I just call it food.
Americanized Chinese. Americanized Chinese food. Yeah.
I don't go for that bullshit. It's just, I mean, if Chinese people are making your food, it's Chinese food.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
it's
restaurants around here are all.
etymology behind it. There's if you want to know the etymology of American Chinese food, watch a documentary called "Searching for General Tsao."
Oh yeah. That's
It'll give you a good whole thing about it. So.
Well, it's the same thing with Mexican food, you know.
Well, I mean, look at McDonald's. I mean, it's not like what we call great American cuisine. It's
It's very interesting Scottish food. Yeah, I'm joking because of the name.
Yeah, it's Scottish food.
I was joking.
Scottish food.
Yeah, I'll have a
Let's
big
make
haggis. I'll have a McHaggis, please.
Yeah, right.
All right, you all have a good night. Thanks for letting me
Good night.
want to do this again. This was fun. So
Yeah, take care. Get some rest.
I'm gonna go on Twitch and check your drawing out one more time. And
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
I'll show it. Let me-
yeah. If not, I'll see the finished product on Discord or
See,
wherever you post it. So.
Bean said, "Don't insult McDonald's." We'll try not to. So this is what this is looking like at the moment.
Yeah.
Make a D's.
McD's. And then
I'm loving it.
here's the other one. So,
All right, let's see. Oh, that's cool.
so that's the SDF one, and we're working on Hikaru Ichichio right now.
I have to
AKA
look at Twitch and
Rick Hunter.
still. Oh, that's neat.
Take care.
All right, you all. I'm here. I'm probably echoing now as I'm in Twitch too. So.
Yeah, a
All
little
right,
bit.
have a good night.
Take care. Zeus, I'll try to hurry up because I know it's getting late.
Oh, it's all right.
I
We're
know
doing good.
You've been working hard, and
I mean, not really. No, I mean,
what?
I kind of cruised the afternoon. I was overproductive in the morning, so I took it easy in the afternoon.
Excuse me.
I mean, I still banged out some designs and shit.
Banging them out.
But the we had to do a sort. So like after the vinyl gets printed and then it gets laminated and then it gets trimmed out, then we have to we go in there as the art team and we go and we do what's called a sort. So you pull all the, you make sure you have all 4 pieces of each machine, and then we have all these boxes set up together, which we affectionately call the honeycomb.
Oh.
And right, and so then we, after we get each one, as a set, we put it in the honeycomb. We have a map of the honeycomb, and I'm actually writing down in the honeycomb on the wall beside it, what's in each hole. So when the guys that put the vinyl on the machines, when they go, okay, well, I need 25-101, I need 1732, and 1635-1 or whatever, and they can go over and see. It's like, okay, well, that's an A1, that's an A3, and whatever, and they can, get all that stuff. And we did a sort today, so that's good. And we got quite a few machines ready to go. So they just gotta get put on and sent out, boxed up, and all that shit. Yeah, this is looking good.
We'll see here in a moment. I'm a little. I think I made a little mistake, but it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. So each machine has 4 pieces of vinyl. It has 2 sides, and then the large front, and then the small front. And so they all get printed, they all get laminated, they all get trimmed up, sorted, and then scheduled to be put on the machines. Which is what I did when I first got there. Was put the vinyl on the machines. Yeah, that's the bright red stuff on the sun visor part.
Yeah. Let me see what it's looking like on here. I don't know why we're getting so much glow. We didn't have it at the start, but we're getting it a lot now. Ever since I pulled out the watercolor stuff, that getting a lot of like saturated glow.
What are you using for your camera?
So these are Logitech. I don't remember the exact. Let's see. C270 HD webcams from Logitech.
Okay.
And then on looking at cards, Bean is the one who turned me on to this. There's a little hack he showed me where I can use one of my other cell phones as a webcam. So that's why I've been filming the last 2 episodes or so. Yeah, come on. There's certain areas if you put it, it'll show better than others. Well, so this won't have watercolor, but this we pull out the markers.
Yeah.
Get old Misty Cotta. You and your markers, Misty Cotta. I swear.
Yeah, Bean just gave me a rim shot.
A what?
He did the badum-dums.
Oh, I see. Where's my little test thing? Where did I put that thing?
Just use white paper and tape it on the lamp at an angle.
Use white paper and tape it to the lamp.
So that's basically a diffuser, a light diffuser.
Let's see what happens if I put something on top of this.
He's like talking about putting a whole,
like a whole sheet of
paper there. Yeah, like 8.5 by 11 to kind of cover it.
Oh, okay. So now I don't know if y'all remember. I think it was what was the thing we drew? It was an '80s cartoon. It's kind of a precursor to He-Man because they had swords and stuff.
Black Star.
Yeah. So this was one that I messed up on, so it became my test.
John Black Star.
See if I can find.
I wonder if John Blackstar. He was awfully tan with black hair.
No, I don't want that one. Yeah. You're right. He was very tan. Okay, that one might work.
Yeah, that was 1981. Yeah, Frank Walker doing that.
Dude was out in the sun all day with no suntan. Right? No suntan lotion. He should have been just like sunburnt to a crisp, but no, he somehow was So Zeus, a lot of stuff happening in wrestling for us to talk about tomorrow on the podcast.
Oh man, I can't believe Billy Jack Haynes killed his wife. Jesus.
Oh, that is nuts. It's weird. Everyone's paying attention to stuff going on, like with the WrestleMania, and then with Sasha Banks gonna be in the AEW, and then like the Stardom stuff. So there's all these things people are paying attention to, and you have an insane story that should be the biggest headline. Billy Jack Haynes kills his wife, and no one is talking about it at all because everyone's talking about the.
Yeah, it's too close to WrestleMania for anybody else to give a shit about that.
Right, but it's such a crazy.
All these people with the right, they ran out of righteous indignation with Mr. McMahon. Oh, he says we better respect the CML luchadors in AEW. Who's there besides Ichijiro? If it ain't Guerrero Maya Jr. or Stuka Jr., I don't,
Being
is Templario there?
It's interesting being people where
It's Fiend. Who the fuck is Esfinge?
Esfinge. People say a lot about what's that dude about in New Japan? How
Titan?
About how what's it called? AEW uses New Japan, right? How they just kind of job them out and stuff.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, they're gonna treat what's it called?
The luchadors?
Yeah, they're gonna treat CMLL better. They're gonna treat them better. And CMLL has done nothing but job every time.
And and that's the thing is like, if they weren't gonna, if they weren't gonna treat New Japan right, they sure the fuck weren't gonna treat CMLL right.
Right. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Ichizero, Mystico, and Volador Jr. They won a match.
I mean, the only matches CML have won really have been like against themselves. They're like Mystico won against Rocky Romero and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like, the last couple of years, I mean, Rocky's almost more of a CMLL luchador than a New Japan wrestler.
Right. I did enjoy that one the match where Rocky Romero won that title from Volador Jr. last year. That was one of the few matches I really did enjoy last year.
I think Rocky just he's a lot better when he's not doing comedy.
Right.
I saw him in Charlotte and I was like, holy shit, he's able to tear it up,
Well, yeah, he's been around so long. I mean,
yeah,
he better be. Oh man, I gotta get a different color. This one's not doing it. Let's see.
I'm not doing it.
It's not doing it. Well, I mean, we'll try to finish up this card and then we'll stop for the thing, and I'll just do the rest off the air. But
it was, I missed I missed the way that they, New Japan and CMLL would work together.
yeah,
I don't know if they're going to do I
they
don't know
are.
if they're doing Fantastica Mania again this year. I would assume they are.
They are, because they're even bringing some of the girls over. Starlight Kid and Ruaka are facing against. Who is it? Yuvia and Harosita.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Cool.
um, sorry.
Yeah, they used to have, that was one of the best parts of having the New Japan World was Fantasticomania.
Oh yeah. Uh, yeah, I enjoyed Fantastic Mania like in the past. Uh, I like the
Maybe
partnership
we'll
they
get
had in general.
maybe we'll get another Namahagwe card on collection.
The latest step up draft. It's not terrible, but I mean it's a step up draft. I'm not gonna waste money on it.
Yeah.
I don't have enough stones. You know what I mean? Like where I can get something for certain.
Oh, I know that you need the 250 in it.
Yeah, like I know there's that Desperado. Uh,
Yeah, Desperado movie card.
the what's the other one? Um, Tanahashi, his card looks all right.
Yeah.
But oh, there's a
Yeah, there's
shade I missed there.
yeah, that'd be great to have a nice Fantasticomania card this year. You remember remember how Show and Yo used to do the Tempura Boys?
Oh yeah, I miss Show and Yo as a tag team.
Yeah.
Those what were they called? Um, something 3000, right?
Yeah, Roppongi.
Rapongi.
3K.
That's right. That's right.
3K, 3K, 3K. Yeah.
Rocky Romero was like their mouthpiece.
Yeah. He was the manager, the hype man, the one getting them into trouble. They were really good, man. They really were. I watched that one match, saw them in person, and I swear to God, they reminded me of the Fantastics. Just their energy and teamwork and shit.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about it on the show. Um, I mean, they were good. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
they were like, let's split them up. And initially I was okay with that whole deal because I thought the first match they had. I know a lot of people kind of shat on it, but I thought the first match was pretty all right. People didn't like it because it was very. It wasn't a bunch of moves.
Right.
Like I don't know if you can see it. Why is this
Yeah.
light so?
Yeah.
What happens if I turn off the light? You can kind of see it better. Sort of.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You see it great.
Did I flood it
Yeah.
with light? But yeah, the first Show Yo match, Show was just healing it up, and he was just like working over, the leg and all this stuff, and it was just all about that. And people were just like, "This match is boring. This match sucks." And I was just like, it wasn't so bad. I didn't think it was so bad. Let me see. What should I do?
It's funny that that Desperado finally started putting red on his mask,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and like I had envisioned that myself, and I was like, it actually doesn't look as good as I thought it would in reality. Just do the whole damn thing, red with some black accents.
Right. I don't really have a skin tone marker to use, so I'm just gonna do like Just gonna do.
Oh
it
God, I probably shouldn't tell. James tomorrow. There's a sale on Lionstones.
No, don't tell him. He doesn't watch this. So.
You get a special Tamatanga card
No.
and 284 Lionstones for 284 stones and the Tamatanga autograph movie card for $30.99, and you get a chance to get an autographed Polaroid.
Oh, like a real one?
Yeah. In addition, three lottery winners will win a Polaroid with Tamatanga's autograph.
Well, that's kind of neat, but I mean, if
Happening in pro wrestling, where the Polaroid camera still survives.
Yeah, the Checkies. Yeah, I've wanted like a Checkie bad, but I never get them in the BBM cards and stuff.
Oh man, please tell me that's not what the damn the Fantastic Mania cards don't look. The check-in cards.
Right.
Ugh. Did you see them?
No, I haven't seen them.
Ugh. Oh, that looks good.
Let's see. Hechicero, Mystico, Volador won one of their matches. Cesaro, Hechicero, Dog Walk, Daniel Bryan. Yeah, but Daniel Bryan ended up winning the match. But I guess he would.
Of course he did.
Any idea for the background so we can what color?
Go like a gray with some stars on it.
Gray with stars.
Yeah, because you can't do black. Because you blacked out his face. Unless you do like a halo, you do a white line around the exposed parts.
Well, what about like a purple?
Shut up. They're ideas. They're not your ideas. Not everything is your idea, Bean.
Let me see something.
I don't want to watch the dark robot.
Yeah, because he just has a little bit of space to.
Yeah, there's not much coloring to do. I might let me try this purple. I'm not going against your idea, Zeus. I just I don't really have a gray marker. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's not like something I can successfully pull off.
That wasn't his idea. My name is Bean. He stole it.
Did I put that white marker here? Oh, no.
My name is Bean, and I do subtitles for my brother's videos.
Oh, I see. I was like, why am I so dark? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I'm sure you do edit too.
I'm using this white marker to do little, like, kind of star things. Or... Can you see it?
Yeah, that looks great. That's even better than Bean's idea.
What was Bean's idea? I missed it. Bean, what was your idea? I missed it. I apologize. I missed it. Let's see. I've got some new metallic markers. I'm trying to think. Hey, Tordell, how you doing?
Tordell.
We're about to wrap things up here in a little bit, Tordell. But yeah, I've just been. I spent way too long on the other card. Let me find the other card. So this was the other card. It's a 4x6 of the SDF1. So you see the and
Beautiful
then,
sunset behind it.
yeah. Because your ideas. It's like, yeah, see how good my idea came out. And then you got this one. So, let me see. I'm gonna have to do the little initials like probably here on this red part because there's not much other place to do it.
What's his name in the English version?
Rick
Like
Hunter. Rick Hunter.
Huh?
Rick
That's
Hunter. Yeah.
Rick Hunter.
Let's see.
It's a good thing his first name wasn't Mike.
So there we go. It's got the little initials on it.
Have you ever thought of that, Pedro?
What? No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Or just Hunt?
No.
Bean is acting like he's clueless. Mike Hunt. Mike
No.
Hunt.
Damn it. Don't say that word.
I said Hunt.
Yes, Hunt.
Like Ethan Hunt from
Ethan. What is that? What's
Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where that's from. All right. So, Zeus, thanks for hanging out.
Man.
Thanks for helping me out.
Thanks for having me.
It was fun. Sorry I took so long on that first one. It just took forever. I got lost in doing details and I didn't even fit the whole thing on there. I feel bad.
Bean still doesn't get it. You explain it to him after the show.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you later, Bean. Toradell, thanks for stopping by. Thanks also to Jacobius. Jacobius was hanging out with us for a while. And so next week, let me do a little advertising here. Wednesday will be a music stream. It'll be the Valentine special. It'll be a no request stream. We will.
Hopefully the guitar string doesn't break.
Yeah, hopefully the guitar string doesn't break. I'll be using my fingers only. I'll be trying to make it very romantic and an intimate setting and evening for everyone. So get your special someone together, and maybe you won't be doing that to stuff. So now we're gonna go raid somebody. Let me find who to raid. I know who I usually raid on Fridays. Okay, I see this. Oh, wrong thing. Raid 80s dance party. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great weekend, everyone. Shenyan Kuai La. Happy Chinese New Year to everyone. And everyone take care. Adios. Let's go raid. Thanks for hanging out, dude.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Let me